are at Johnson Elementary with Lacey. This is the cafeteria, and we're gonna start by checking out their room.
Yeah, so this is our room. This is our beautiful door that we made with our pictures in elementary school.
Oh! Wait, did I see this last time? I don't think I did. Oh my god. Oh, and that's your team.
Yeah.
They're also in here. This is a small team room, and that's okay.
Yes.
And Riley and Lauren are watching, so I'm glad they'll totally understand what it's like to be a city year at City Year Denver. Alright, let's go on our tour.
Yeah, so we have our norms right behind you. They're PITW number 98.
Ding.
Yeah. Yeah, we just have our workspaces. And then on each of our workspaces, we have envelopes with our names so that our team can appreciate our own PITWs that we selected, and then like some things that maybe students give us.
And how many people are on your team total?
6. Yes. And then all of our calendars. This is like our main schedule where we would be throughout the day. Our acceleration zone with our students.
Focus in on that. Actually, maybe I'll take a picture later because I give like one person's schedule, but that way people can see what multiple ones look like.
All of our schedules, ELT, this Johnson, and then this is our GSD board with all of the memes that we selected. And then all of our core values up on this side. And plenty of storage space on the top.
Which you can easily reach.
Well, we have to stand on the chairs, which is not safe, and I always get in trouble for doing so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. So before we start on the questions, can you just tell us like which classroom you serve in and what content level and area, grade, and like a brief overview of your schedule? It doesn't have to be minute for minute, but like what does your normal day look like?
Yes, so I serve with the 2nd and 4th grade class, and at Johnson we only work in the math parts of the day. So I start off with 2nd grade, and then I have some GSD time and a lunch period, and then I go to 4th grade, and then we move into our acceleration zone, which is the first thing I talk about, which is the most unique thing at our school.
Do you want to talk about it now?
Yeah, it's the most unique thing at our school because it's 2 45-minute periods where we get exclusive time with our focus list students, academic focus list students in math, and we get to just tutor them on anything they need help with. We also pre-teach them information to kind of boost their confidence so that when the teacher introduces it, they kind of have an idea of how to do it already.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that is unique.
Yeah, and we have it every day except Wednesday because that's our early dismissal day. So we get a lot of high quality intervention time. Yeah.
And then what do you do then, or what does after school look like each day, like from a schedule standpoint?
Right, so we recently started doing homework help with the Boys and Girls Club because usually they run all of the after school stuff. But we help with the homework help. So if kids have homework, then they can come sit with us for 45 minutes and we'll help them with whatever homework, or if they just want to hang out, we'll also let them read or give them some math problems or worksheets to do. Yeah.
And what time do you start? What time do you first and final circle?
We first circle at 7 a.m. And sorry, before that we do our morning ELT, which is where we plan based on the months, like me and Gabe coming up next week, so we're planning ELT for next week and we're focusing on Women's History Month, but we could also do some literacy or science, or it's completely up to us how we want to.
And ELT is extended learning time.
Yes.
For anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's just from 7 to 8 and then school starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what time do you final circle?
We final circle at 5.
Oh, so you have a very I mean, that's the sample we give is 7 to 5, and so yours is right on point.
Yeah.
And I guess since you're both in here, we have 2 other alums too.
Hello.
So, Emily served at San Antonio, and Jack served here last year.
Salutations.
If we have questions for them later too, but cool. Thanks, Lacey. So the first question, was what makes Johnson unique? Was there anything else you wanted to add besides acceleration zone before we move on? Or
Every month is something. This is unique. Every month we get to do our City Year Spotlight Award because we do, the whole school does it. Like teachers will pick a student that they want to kind of highlight in certain subject areas, and then we also get to do that with them. So that's also something unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a whole school assembly? Or like how does that?
They split it up. Yeah, they split it up from like ECE to 2nd, and then I think 3rd to 5th. And then, it's about a 30-minute assembly.
And moving in 2nd grade is kind of unique too.
Mm-hmm.
Some people work in lower grades, but like frequently we work in 3rd grade and up. So.
Yeah, we even have core members in 1st grade, which is...
Yeah, and last year we had like 1 or 2 of those too, so
yeah.
It's not common, but it happens. Cool. So, the next one is like, are there any challenges you've had this year or anything you're working on or things you've like overcome?
So the one thing that I think was challenging was that Johnson is a first-year partnership, which means it's their first time having City Year in their school. And that is always a little bumpy because the school may not know how to utilize us the best way that they could.
Yeah.
And then also we're new to City Year, so we're like, where do we fit in? What do we do? But like slowly we adjust and we just show them that we're here to support them, and we try to integrate ourselves into the community, and it's been getting a lot better ever since. And I think it'll be even better for the next core that comes into Johnson. So it should be good.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I have a video from last year about like being on a first year partnership. If people want to hear more about that at Skinner. So, and now they're no longer first year; they're in their 2nd. And then, what's been one of your like favorite memories or things you've done this year, like either at school or with your team, or like at L&D, anything?
My favorite thing was planning the community meeting with core council. Since
I like that answer, but okay.
Since that is my role. That was really fun. We did a Willy Wonka community meeting, and community meetings are held on our L&D days on certain Fridays that we get to go to the GP. And the core council got to plan one, and it's just a 2-hour period where we get to have fun, and
you bring everybody together, core and staff.
Yeah.
Like, it has silly themes usually, but that's to like make it fun and light and not take things seriously for a little bit.
Yeah, while going over some of the
culture
stuff. Yeah, and it was really fun. We did Willy Wonka, and everyone got to participate and have candy, and it was great.
Some of my stories from it I put on my Instagram, so it's like what is it called, the bubble? A feature. I don't know. You can still go watch it on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I'm showing my age. What is it when you put the little circle, like a feature?
Your story?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Oh,
now
okay.
I just need to know.
So you're saying on your profile when you're featuring something. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's just called like a highlight.
Highlight.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a highlight. A highlight. Thank you, Jack. Great. It's under my highlights if you want to watch Lacey's community meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then, I mean, I guess that was kind of the last question. Like, what is anything else that you think is important about your transition here? Because you moved here.
Yeah.
You want to tell people where you're from, where you were coming from, and where you went to school, and just what it's been like to transition.
I went to school at the University of Laverne, which is at the edge of Los Angeles County in California, so that's where I'm from. And my transition, I think, was pretty smooth. I've heard other stories. I booked my housing pretty early on, like between April and May, and I feel like that's pretty early. Like some people may just come out here and see what they can find.
Yeah, I've got a couple people doing that, so hopefully it works.
And that made me feel a lot more comfortable. I drove out here, which was about 1,000 miles, and the only like hiccup I really had was it tells you like how much time it would take, but it actually takes you way longer than when you're like Googling how long it will take, because you stop for gas and you gotta rest and you stop for food. And a lot of people think like, oh, I could just breeze through it, but I mean, driving is probably one of the most dangerous forms of travel, so you gotta really take care of yourself and just be precautious on the road and take as long as it takes, or as long as you need to get here safely. And that's why I would say my hiccup was that I missed like the time that I needed to go pick up my keys for my apartment. So
no.
I had to spend the weekend in a hotel.
Oh no.
Yeah. My mom was here though, so it was like helpful that she was there. I was freaking out, but if she wasn't there, like I would have felt like, what's going on? Like, what do I do? But she helped, and then we got everything moved in, and everything was fine on Monday, so it was good.
And do you live with other City Year people?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you find those roommates, or did you already know them?
Yes, I already knew them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, it was a little easier for you then.
Yeah.
Just since that's usually people's question is about roommates, so.
Yeah, and I have just a single bedroom apartment with one other person, so.
What neighborhood are you in?
It's kind of like by DU, a little bit more south.
So like University, kind of Wash Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a little bit more east than that, I think, so.
Okay.
Like Evans is right here, and I take it all the way down past DU a little bit.
Johnson, yeah. And Johnson, we're pretty far south right now for anybody that doesn't know, so. And you like that housing, or where would you recommend, like?
My housing is pretty, like, it's a good size apartment for what I pay, and like I really appreciate that. But I really do like that neighborhood, but yeah, I wouldn't live where I live. There was a shooting at my place.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
would you live more central or like west, or what?
I would live,
I guess, or maybe where do most of your, like, the people you hang out with?
There's a lot of people that live by me, actually, so I hang out with the people that live by me, and like we all enjoy the area. I would live closer to DU if I was
closer to DU.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay. Well, we had some people watching, but I haven't had questions, so we can be done unless Emily or Jack have alumni advice they think is important. But I'm putting you on the spot, so.
In what context would you like to share, like?
Any.
In regards to roommates, I found my roommate on the Facebook page, and they're a City Year member. We both live in a one-bedroom apartment, and I think really what's imperative is like getting ahead of finding an apartment here, because it is by far the most difficult thing that you do transitioning to Denver. So I would say definitely start early, and don't be afraid to try to room with somebody else from City Year. The roommate that I have was a total stranger when we met, and they're awesome. And I think what's really cool, and you might not know it now, is that in City Year, you're all really like-minded people. Yep. So I'm sure that you'll enjoy the roommate that you got.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried. That's what I tell everybody, is when you move, it's like the easiest way to make new friends, because you're immediately surrounded by people that at least have similar values to you.
Yes, that's, to echo Jack, that probably is the best advice to give. Moving from Illinois to San Antonio for my core year, I utilized a Facebook group to find a roommate, and it worked out really well. And then even transitioning from San Antonio to Denver, the hardest thing was definitely finding housing, so do your research ahead of time. But once, it's not as daunting as you might think, but just take it seriously.
Cool. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.